What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, and this is my favorite time of year once again. That's right, it's Fansproject time of year, and today we're taking a look at Fansproject Function-X3 Smart Robin, also known as Brainstorm. On the side of the box here, we got that really cool artwork for him. Again, just the plastic slip case on a very generic box. And I just wanted to take a quick look at the manual here. No comic, just instructions on how to transform this guy. But the bonus is, hey look, it's Mind Wipe, and that wingspan looks pretty cool. Can't wait to see this, because I love Fansproject. So let's take a look at Smart Robin himself. Here he is, looking really good. A nice representation of Brainstorm here. Weapon storage is on the back here. I'll take them out after, but it gives him that nice little wing silhouette on the back. Let's bring in the G1 just for comparison here. So there's our G1 version, and you can see we do lose these little, wings that come off of his shoulders here, but ultimately I don't think it's all that big of a loss, because when this guy moves his arms he looks a little bit silly. Let's put him to the back for now, and let's talk articulation on this guy. So in the typical Fansproject Function-X whatever, you don't get a whole bunch side to side on the arms, but frankly I don't think it's as big of a deal breaker as some people tend to make it out to be. I'm okay with it. You do get the bicep swivel, and then you've got a double jointed elbow up here and then lower, so you can actually get a really impressive range of movement out of that elbow. No complaints there. The wrist doesn't swivel, but because of transformation you can bring out the wing, so you can get just a little bit of an angle on that if there's something you can do with it. I don't know, there's a lot of people better at posing than I am. Waist, you have the swivel at the waist here, ball jointed thigh up here with the upper thigh swivel, so that's pretty nice. Got a real nice range of movement out of the legs. Your typical knee joint, which because of transformation does fold in pretty far, and then coming down to the legs here, really not a whole bunch going on. The toe is on a ball joint, so you can get a pretty good range of motion out of there. Other than that, you got the rear foot swivel, so I guess you could kind of have them like that if you wanted to. I don't know. Again, I'm not that good at posing my toys. Let's take the weapon storage off. All they do is slot in here, so be careful with them. How you're pulling them out, you don't want to twist them, you don't want to torque them too much, and they pull out, and of course peg right on into his hands. Very nice, very much a representation of the G1 Brainstorm weapons there. No complaints. So let's actually bring out the other function robots we've got at this point, and we'll start with the more recent Weird Wolf and Code. And yeah, I really like how this set is shaping up. If Fansproject makes a hard head, I'll probably get it, but I'm happy with my Toy World hard head for the size difference between everybody. But yeah, I like how this set's coming out, and it's a really solid set of robots. So really no complaints there, can't stress that enough. And of course his headmaster does fit on everybody else's. You'll see that in the pictures at the end. I'm not going to waste time doing that now. So to transform this guy, well, let's take a look at the headmaster here first. This headmaster follows the same scheme as the Weird Wolf version, where the visor kind of pulls out. You rotate his waist just to kind of rotate that whole section up a little bit, and then when you drop the visor down, it kind of covers the eyes like so. And you got the little headmaster here, and really nice painted detail on the eyes and stuff. I just love that detailing. Arms very simplistic, up and down, that's it, just like your G1. And for comparison purposes here, if I can get him out, whoops, there we go, here's your G1 version. You can see very similar look overall to these guys. Really well done by Fansproject. So let's put the headmaster to the side for now and try to get the other one back in his vehicle. And let's get this guy transformed. So we can take these off and You can leave them out and put them on at the end, or you can just go ahead and put them right back on the back here. and we can do the entire transformation with his guns stored in the weapon storage slot here, like so. And because I always tend to forget about these steps, let's just start by rotating his legs around backwards to start. And rotate these guys down so they make the shoulder. And if you want, you could leave it that way in robot mode. It's kind of your option there. So anyway, let's get on to transforming this guy. We're going to turn his arm around like this. We will fold all this stuff in together, and you can see it's just going to be pretty well a straight line here, and rotate the fist like that, and then we'll do that again for the other side. Rotate this around, rotate this on in, and the fist goes down like so. We'll take the chest piece, open it forward like this, and this is once again the really awesome engineering. Fold down the sides here, then grab the top, and it sometimes takes a little bit of doing, but if you are doing it right, like I'm apparently not, there we go, everything will flip out and up. And what was actually happening was there's a little peg in there that I always forget about that was pegged into one of these screw holes. So let me just show that one more time so you can see it without any struggling. And yeah, you just want to make sure that everything is all back aligned when you fold this guy up. It's a cool transformation bit. It can be just a tad irritating to do because of how it works, but it's really not bad. It's pretty unique. So open that, make sure you've unpegged the back here so you can kind of rotate the top like this. Fold these on down, and there we go. Now once you do that, it should already start coming out. Lift it all the way up and peg everything together in the front, and we'll go ahead and fold the front of the nose cone up for the jet here, and it just kind of clips at the top. Rotate the cockpit chest piece around, and we'll peg that into place. We'll just keep everything like this, and we'll go on to the feet. So for the feet, what we're going to do is rotate this piece on out, and as we kind of make some clearance here, you can rotate the whole wing out, and then this just kind of folds out like this to make a like a gun on the wing, and you just fold the foot on in like so, and then that's going to end up going all the way around here. You can see how it's just going to kind of peg together like that. So again, another time, rotate this on out, rotate the wing, rotate the foot on in, and bring this all the way around. So now what we're going to do is rotate the foot on up, and kind of the wing up like this, so we can make that like an M shape there. So rotate it on up and around to make the M shape. And now you're just going to come back and kind of collapse all this together, and you kind of have to do this at the same time. Rotate this little panel out, and as you collapse all this stuff on in, it should all peg on the side here. It should peg to the main body, and then this little flap should peg to a little peg on the crotch that we rotated around. So we'll do that again one more time. Bring these up, peg it in, and rotate this little piece. There we go. That is the hardest part, is this little piece here. Just peg it all in like so, and you got that filled in. You got these two little gaps. So now all you're gonna do is take the fists here and rotate them down and into the open slot you've revealed. The wrists have that little peg here which will fit in that hole. to confirm that you've got it in the right position. So once it's all there, it should be a fairly solid connection. You can hold it by the arm, and really shouldn't come out unless you start shaking it like I do, then it might come out a little bit. And yeah, you've got Brainstorm's alt mode here, looking pretty good. And of course, if you want to, they've built in some little landing gear here. No wheels on them, just, you know, sculpted detail basically. But yeah, you give him a little landing gear so he can actually be on the ground. And you can open up your cockpit here. And the one thing I don't like about this is you still can rotate him up like this, but you can't really leave his hands out, because the way the cockpit fits in here, there's really no room for it, so you have to leave his hands down and just kind of get him in between there, like so. Because if you don't have it in, or if you try to rotate his hands up, I should say, the top is not going to close down on him. And you can see he's in there piloting his vehicle. Just a real quick correction here, you actually can have him with his arms forward if you want. I just must have had it transformed improperly the first time I tried. And for comparison, here is the original Brainstorm, and you can see my wings have seen better days in their almost 30 years on the planet, but it's a really solid modernization of the original toy. Yeah, I really like this, and once again, Fansproject hasn't disappointed with the final product, in my opinion. So there's really not much more to say about this. It's a lot of fun. I love the Function-X line and can't wait for the next one. So this is T2RX6. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next time.